October 7, 2021. Almost 2 years ago, I started my journey in what people call the American dream. I joined one of the big four corporations. If you don't know, they're PWC, EY, KPMG, and Deloitte. Straight out of college in their consulting practice. And of course, I was very excited. I didn't know much about what I was going to be doing. I just knew that I had joined a huge company with a big brand name. And I was excited to get started, but was also scared about what to expect. And now, fast forward almost 2 years, I'm currently in my promotion year. To be honest, I have learned a lot. And in this video, I'll talk about the 5 main things I've learned working in consulting in these big four companies. The first thing is that personality matters a ton. Obviously, right out of college, you don't know much about the industries, what the company does, what a consultant does. So the one thing you can bring to the table is your personality and your attitude. Make sure you're always smiling, you're asking questions, make sure you seem interested in what's happening. And the most important thing is that you have to be open to learning. Make sure you set a monthly meeting with your superior so you can talk about feedback, and then take that feedback with a positive attitude and try to apply it as soon as you can. At the end of the day, people are gonna remember you by your personality. They're not gonna remember you by how well you can format a PowerPoint or how well you can build a model in Excel in your first few months. Second one is more of a personal one, and it's not to take yourself too seriously. Now, we all know you're starting a new job. It's a serious job, obviously, huge corporation, but at the end of the day, that's only gonna stress you out. Obviously, don't be saying jokes every meeting, but be authentic and don't try to be this corporate self that you haven't become yet. Obviously, you're gonna work with more senior people that have a more corporate vocabulary, a more corporate way of conducting themselves. But what I think helped me is that I wasn't playing this persona, this corporate persona that I wasn't. I was just being myself, asking questions that I was genuinely interested in. I wasn't trying to change my vocabulary to fit in what I thought they wanted to hear. And I think they know that, and they know you're first year. And to be honest with you, they probably want you to bring that youth and that different way of thinking, because after leading with clients the whole day, the last thing people want to do is have another corporate conversation. So if you're authentic, it's going to lead to deeper conversations, deeper connections, and hopefully it's gonna connect you to a mentor that's gonna help you the rest of your career. The third thing I've learned is that there's definitely luck involved in your career. These firms are absolutely massive, and there's a lot of different paths that your career can take. For example, I'm currently in the financial services group within M&A consulting in my firm, and I was lucky enough that this group is actually one of the stronger ones in the firm, and I honestly didn't do anything to end up here besides getting staffed on a financial services project early on in my career. So you definitely have to be lucky early in your careers to get on a good project with high ranking people, but it also depends on you to impress those people so they want to keep you on their projects and eventually get aligned to their groups. The fourth thing is that consulting is not as exciting as it seems, especially as a first year. So the title might be cool. You might think M&A consultant, I'm gonna be involved in a lot of deals, in a lot of cool things, and you are sometimes, but given you're just starting out, your tasks are not going to be that interesting. So for me so far, I've had to do a lot of program management, which is like tracking milestones, tracking deadlines, leading meetings, taking notes, making presentations. Those presentations do go to executives, but you're not going to be in the meeting when they're presented. So a lot of your work is going to be making presentations on PowerPoint, a little Excel, and a ton of meetings. So don't think you're gonna be traveling, partying, having fancy dinners. After COVID, that's not really the norm anymore, at least for me. So don't expect to be doing anything exciting the first couple of years. And the last one is that what seems important today is probably not gonna matter in a couple of weeks. And this is very important to me because I've had times where I had to lead a big meeting and I was insanely stressed, very nervous. I felt like I didn't have time to prepare. It was this huge, massive deal, and I thought my life depended on it. And at the end of the day, your life does not depend on it. The people in the meetings are probably not gonna take you that seriously either, going back to my second point. So I try to tell myself every time I'm stressed that what seems massive and life-changing today is not gonna matter in a couple of weeks. So whenever you feel like the world's falling and you're super stressed, just remember that this too shall pass and you'll be completely fine. So these are the 5 main things things I've learned in consulting in the past 2 years working for a big four. It probably also applies to other companies, but there it is. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe. We just reached 2,000 subscribers, which is awesome news. So thank you all for the support, and we'll see you guys next Wednesday. Peace.